Hey, this is iEmpire. I love collecting physical video games, and I want to share some games from my collection to share with you gamers out there for games that you might not know about, but you might want to add to your own collection. So I'll do some games that are maybe must-haves, hidden gems, underappreciated, unknown. And I'm not going to rank them in any particular order of price or availability, just games that I want to share you might not know about. I'm going to do a multi-volume series. I'll start with the Switch, then do PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. So, with all that said, let's start with the first game. The first game I have here is a game called Cathedral. And it's done by Premium Edition Games. Getting the glare. And this is a game where, it's the stereotypical, you wake up in an area, you don't know how you got there, but it's basically you're just fighting enemies and bosses to find treasure. It's harking back to the days of the NES platformers, where you just gotta get good. There's a lot of hidden areas, collectibles, secret areas, and it's just a really good platforming game. It's worth a try. Okay, the next game we got here is by Super Rare Games, and it's called Fast RMX. And this is a game, it's like a Wipeout game from PlayStation. And it came out about the time that the Switch released, maybe at release or in the release window, and it still holds up well today. It's you can play up to 3 players locally, 7 players, 7 or 10 players online. I think it's 7 players online. It's got 30 tracks, 15 machines, and it does 60 frames, 1080p. A lot of the typical, up in the stratosphere kind of tracks, down in the earth, stratosphere, city. But it's a really good racer and definitely worth your time. Next game we have here is by Red Art Games, and it's called Sir Lovelot. And Sir Lovelot is a knight that, the game is you're trying to find the love of your life. And to do that, you're going around the levels trying to find gifts that you can give to these damsels in distress, trying to win them over, and they'll love you. So there's you do that, you're fighting enemies, and you're fighting all these weird creatures and avoiding hazards. And you try to do it in the best possible time. There's a timer in the middle of the screen, so you try to beat your best time. There's a lot of different, like the hazards are like rope climbing, wall sliding, high jumping, and water diving. So it's got a lot of variation to it. Cute characters, cute story. So maybe something you want to add to your collection. Okay, this next game is the oddest of the bunch. It's called Yuppie Psycho. And in a nutshell, this game is a little bit hard to explain. It's a weird plot. But he's a young man who just scored a job at one of the world's largest companies in the world. And he's really unqualified for the job, and he's under a lot of pressure to succeed in this. But he quickly finds out what his main role in this company is going to be is to defeat an evil witch. This evil witch, is her powers are the reason why the company skyrocketed in success in the first place. But now it appears she's come back to terrify the employees of the company. So your job is to be successful in this company, all while not being caught by the witch. And we'll leave it at that. It's a unique game, it's an interesting game, and for the right price, it's worth a play.
Everything felt normal at first. Meeting my new co-workers, going through the job orientation, drinking some coffee. But this company wasn't normal. It wasn't normal at all. Something really evil was happening inside this building. And according to this robot, I'm the one who has to stop it. So today, on the first day of my first job, I became a witch hunter.
Okay, this is the last game for this volume in the series. It's called Archvale. It's my favorite game of the 5. It's an RPG bullet hell. Combines 2 of my favorite genres together. And the story in this one is there was an evil king, and he cursed all of his soldiers with immortality. And so basically what you're going to be fighting in this game. It's a skill-based bullet hell, and you create builds for your playthrough, and you can create over 200 weapons and armor, and you get that through defeating enemies and stuff you find in the environment. And it's definitely a good time and definitely worth putting into your collection. All right, well, that's the end of Volume 1 in the Switch series. Again, these are tended to be just quick videos for you to hopefully find games to add to your collection. So, until the next one, we'll see you next time.